I met a Gypsy.
The trick is to just know you're in that system and then not take it personally.
Yeah.
And you know, I think we talked about it a bit
yeah,
before,
yeah.
but I think Steve does a good job of that.
Yeah.
You know, like when you had your Washougal podium speech, he went out and said like the thing that would have got him the most hate on the internet, and guess what happened? He got the most hate on, and like he doesn't care.
Yeah.
It's like kind of cool.
Yeah.
You know, because it's like, again, we're here if you want to be a guy, and if that's a goal of yours, is like, hey, let's make this sport bigger, let's put this shit on our back, then you can't have hurt feelings. Like, you can't have your feelings in this in the way, like, you can't be a dickhead and not care about the consequences. But if, you know, people are going to talk the same way people don't like everything that I say or think that my podcast sucks. Like, cool, dude, I bet you still watch the clips. As long as you're watching the clips and thinking about moto and you're not going and watching something else right now, then, like, we're winning. The sport's
last time
winning.
I checked, you get paid on views, not likes.
Yeah.
Right?
No, it's, you don't.
So, like, there's the game, right? If people know the game. But... No, I hear you. It's not even thick skin. Like you're saying, like when Mathis said what he said, it was his way of finding a way to get clicks and views. And hey, smart
That's
of
his
him.
job.
Smart of him. Like, all right, dude. I mean, I probably wouldn't have went that approach because that was like deep. Like that was like, you know. But I get it. Like that's the game of the media and the internet. You know. In the end, I think we understand marketing, and X Games was really about being a character, you know, and now we're back to racing. Racing's about winning too, so you always have, I think as long as you can perform on the track, you're good.
Yeah,
like,
and that's why Connor got away with what he did.
Because
he
he's
did
a
whatever he
badass,
wanted because he was winning every single thing. It's like you write your own checks, bro. Like, okay, it is
Talk
what it
shit,
is.
but they would never say it to him.
He'd lose and he'd still
don't talk shit.
My DMs, and then your wife's my DMs or whatever, and that blows up.
Yeah.
And then now even though he lost, and maybe it would have been bigger if he would have won. Now he just said something, so now it's just as big as if he won.
Yeah.
Like it's posted everywhere.
People don't even care if he wins or loses anymore.
No, they just want to hear what he says.
They just want to hear. He's like such a good character, right?
Well, I think, you know, you go back to that Steve thing. It's like that helps you no matter what. Like he in a sense, like at the lowest, like at face, you go like he was talking shit, and then it's like, okay, but look how many fans that brought out. Look how many people that galvanized as like, no, fuck that. I'm with Haiden Deegan. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean it's funny. What I didn't like is, well, I mean I was fine with what he said. That's completely normal. But then when you start backstepping, that's when it's like, bro, come on. I don't ever say anything. I don't go on the podium and say Hunter Lawrence was nervous, and then the next day I write up a whole article on why I didn't say that.
Why he wasn't there.
It's like
not
you
even
take
say
your word.
shouldn't have said it, but trying to cover it up. There's two differences. There's one way to say, hey man, I had a bad day. Sorry, I was wrong. That's one thing. That's respectful. There's another way to backpedal it and try to cover it. Right? That's a different avenue, right? But whatever. It's for every man his own. So.
But I think, you know, the point of it is that like that's a net positive for everyone. You know, I mean, maybe not him for a little bit, like he copped it pretty hard. But like, I think you guys, it galvanizes a fan base to where it's like, nah, I'm pumped that, you know, that Haiden said what he did, and like, dude, I was there for that, and I'm as Australian as it gets, and that fired me up. Like I was really, like, you had such a great moment to go 1-1. The way that you went 1-1 too, like I think
dominant.
We'll talk about it maybe a bit further down, but like that's going to be, I think, if you win 450 championships, and if you win, like when people start looking back on your career, like that's the day they're going to look at, I think. And just to have the presence of mind to talk a little bit of shit, you know, and you don't get much time, dude. And like,
no, you literally he gives you the microphone once, you probably have 5 seconds before he pulls it away.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right.
So like to maximize, like I just thought, I thought everything, like
it played out.
The race was brilliant. You got the flag, and the crazy thing is too, like, I mean, everyone was there, but like Jet had an Australian flag. He had no shirt on. Which also, fucking gangster.
Yeah, cool.
Like, that's dope,
right on,
you know?
Dude. Yeah, these dudes are ripped. They're in shape.
Yeah.
Ripped their shirt off. Yeah, cool, dude.
Yeah.
You know, bring more fans in.
Dude,
let the girls and and even the dudes or whoever that freaking like that dude's freaking all right, man, it's cool. Like that's what's attractive of the sport.
And
right?
no
like,
one took offense to that.
No
one took offense to Jet having his.
That's the one thing I guess you didn't do is rip your shirt off and throw it in. It's the only thing that didn't happen. But like either way, still to this day, you're gonna be. I'm proud to be American. Stand behind everything there.
Yeah.
You think McGregor isn't a master of playing the mind games with his competition?
Oh, for sure, dude.
You don't think there's a game there too in motocross? You don't think there's a mind games?
And
right?
I think you played some games that won this year too, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. You don't think, and it's good because when you are playing with high level players, it's a chess match, right?
Yeah, dude.
And you know the Lawrences or the whoever, the other guys we race against, there's a bunch of high level thinkers out there. I think that's what it takes to be a champion, is a high level thinker.
But there is times where like I'll talk to people and I'll like play the mind game with them, and then when I'm behind them at a race and they tip over, I'm like.
I win.
Could have worked. You know, that might have been because I said this.
Yeah.
I mean, you never know, and that's what I think. I mean, you got to always be playing all the cards.
Yeah.
And have those open for when you go to race, and if you're in their head, then you're in their head.
Yeah. You guys don't see half the stuff that goes on behind the scenes.
Oh man.
Like the things with the ride, like, hey man. Like, I've heard Haiden go, hey man, where were you in practice? Where were you, dude? Like, where's the speed? Where were you? Like, and it's just like little like, and it was a laugh and a hit, like,
but it means some
it's just
shit.
a little like, you know, and it's the competition, dude. It's the way a game works, right? Like, it's like when people fight or, where's the punch, dude? What happened? You know, like people like, that's just what happens. They get the emotions, draw off emotions, you know.
We're excited to announce the launch of our new membership site, gypsytales.com, packed with exclusive content and perks that you won't find anywhere else. This is your chance to become a part of the Gypsy Gang. And as a special bonus, if you sign up to an annual membership, you'll be entered into the draw to win our custom-built TC125. Gypsy Gang.